So my name is Obi Offorjebe from San Jose, California, but my parents originally came from Nigeria. I spent 2 years there in middle school, so I know a bit about the culture and I've been tied to those roots. I went to UC Merced back in 2012 is when I started. I graduated in December of 2016. Man, Post Grad's been great, honestly. San Jose is just a thriving place. It's just really great to be back. So there's been lots of opportunities and lots of growth since Post Grad, just being back here. In terms of my career, I do move. I shift my focus from time to time, whether that be between pursuing a graduate's degree by taking night classes and things as such, or teaching dance classes as such, or I just started my new business to bring dance to the Central Valley and make that more accessible. And so now I'm learning things like branding. Branding's not just a logo, branding it's a promise that you make, and marketing and using some skills that I actually learned through university and seeing how they're applied, cognitive science and how that's applied into this business world. Now that I've graduated, my fears, it shouldn't be a fear, but I think at a certain point I was like, dang, I'm 23 and gosh, I'm turning 24, and taking it back to then, man, am I going to be successful, right? So my definition of success just a year ago has changed dramatically. Let's start there. Back then, I thought success was you needed to have, it sucks, but it's like you go on Instagram or something and you see these people traveling and buying these cars and doing all this stuff. And I already know that's, no offense, I know that's bullshit to put all your stocks into that. But just being around it so much, it's just like, man, my fear is, am I doing the right thing? I had taken a year to go back to my alma mater, Bellarmine College Prep, and to do kind of like, it was an alumni volunteer kind of service. And I was working with kids, but I was working with kids and I was giving back, and that felt good. But, I look at my friend here, he's getting a job at Tesla, but I'm just like here, and I'm like, man, did I make a mistake? So that fear, that uncertainty of the unknown is everything. But, screw fears, right? So I don't really think about them or stand on them for too long. I've been fortunate enough to be in San Jose around great friends where those fears kind of dissipate, and I'm able to center myself more again and realize yo, you may not have this, you may not have that, but you've chosen to not have those things. Yeah, I could have blown money on a super expensive car, but it's no, I have other goals and I have other things in mind, and it's learning to be patient with myself in the process of it, as opposed to being I gotta get to that castle, that end goal, because there's not gonna be an end goal, because once you get there, it's you're gonna be what's next, right? So I'm just enjoying now, and emotions arise, but I guess I can't really think of a fear, because once I have them, I just immediately force myself to overcome it right away, as quickly as possible. Yeah. But in 5 years goal, I'm looking at, just in terms of that aspect of my life, I'm looking at being able to bridge all the dance communities throughout California, so one way or another. Not just the Bay Area with Bay Area, or SoCal with SoCal, or both, but the Central Valley included, in a 5-year time. And just to strengthen those communities and get everybody talking together, because, oh man, just collaboration is key, right? And the world is just getting smaller with the internet, and then strangely just bigger with opportunities. So I want to be part of that, and to help people, do whatever it is that they need to do. If somebody wants to be a great choreographer, how can we help them to get to that point, right? I think if I had to give any piece of advice, if you're hungry to make music and you have a 9-to-5 job, what are you doing with those other, besides the 8 hours, if you sleep 8 hours, what are you doing with those other hours of the day, right? If you're hungry for something, just go after it. When we're not doing what we have to do, we're doing what we want to do, right? The other one is to be honeable, and that is to always continue working on your craft every single day. I don't care if you're tired. If you're tired, sit there and listen to a podcast, right? Always be in a state of learning, or even when you're hanging out with people, right? Being in a state of learning about their lives as well. That's staying honeable too, right? Whenever I catch up with my friends, like the producers of the show, for instance, I haven't seen them in so long. making that effort to learn, like, yo, what has this guy been up to? Like, learn, because we learn from other people's lives, right? Whether it's, you know, just this little snippet of whatever that we take from them, and then we also give back too. So just continue the story, right? And last one is to be honest, right? Is to be honest with yourself. I know a lot of people graduate college, and myself included. When I first went into college, at first it was like, well, everybody's going to college. At least in my circle, I was fortunate enough. Obviously, that's not the case for everybody, but in my community, it was expected, right? Fortunately, when I got into college, I found out, yo, this is what I want to do here. But I know there are some people, anybody who graduated who feels this way. You graduated with a degree and you're like, yeah, but I really like doing this. But my family really wants me to do that. Be honest with yourself, and what is it that you want to do? And if you're serious about that, if you remain honorable every single day, and you remain humble about it, right, and hungry, like, just go do it. Yeah, be honest. If this is really, really what you want to do, something else, just do it. You can't be half pregnant with anything. Yeah, you got to go all in with something. So for me, for instance, in my business, yeah, I have a cognitive science degree. I could definitely go into this and that. But right now, like where I am and way I'm positioned right now, I'm really, really influenced with this dance thing, and business has been like big for me. So I'm being honest with myself, and I'm like, yo, I want to go all in with this. So I have my 9 to 5. It's a flexible, so sometimes 4 hours here and there. But then all my other time is spent in learning, doing what I want to do, right? So those 3 things: honesty, hunger, and then honorability. And I'm gonna add humble in there. Just remember those 4 little H's. Those will keep you on path. And then if you're religious, man, pray. Prayer helps a lot. Prayer helps a whole bunch. I've been doing that more. Yeah, and God is good, man. Like, that's all I gotta say is try it. Dedicate an hour, not an hour, sorry, dedicate a night, just every night, do a quick prayer, or every morning, do a quick prayer, right? Just time for you to reflect. Just try it. That's all. Hi, my name is Obi, and this is my post-grad story.
And that's it for this episode of Post Grad. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to Obi for being a part of this project. Obi, thank you so much for coming on board on this project and doing this interview and sharing what you've been going through since post-grad or since graduating college. And I know we haven't talked since high school or such a long time, but it's really glad catching up. It's really inspiring seeing that you're still really big in the dance community, and seeing you dance and being reminded that back in digital video production, you just kept dancing. And the teacher had to be like, Obi, stop dancing. So it was really awesome catching up. And if you didn't know, Obi and I went to high school. We went to Bellarmine together. So keep dancing, Obi. But we got one more episode of Post Grad. It's gonna be next week. I swear it will be. It's the end of the season. It's gonna be really fun. So keep dancing and keep doing what you love. Cause Obi's doing it. Why aren't you? Alright, I'll see you guys later on the last episode of Post Grad. Obi, stay awesome. Keep doing you. Keep dancing, my friend.